father, Kenny, along with 18-year-old Christy and her mother, Kathy. Tracy, we're going to start with you. How did this all begin? What kind of class were you all in?
Well, we took a two-hour class at the cosmetology school in Conway, Arkansas.
And this was like when you have vocational at school, you know, when you have a vocational...
We were the VOTEC students.
VOTEC, okay.
And,
Got that word.
Okay. We started off, we went over there, and everything was normal. We had just a 2-hour class period. And at the end of the period, a full-time student had reported her wallet missing. Well, they found the wallet in the girls' bathroom, and there was $60 stolen out of it. So they assumed that one of the VOTEC students had taken the money. So they called the Dean of Men and Women over from the high school, and they came over and said there was going to be a search. And we didn't know what kind of search there was going to be. They searched through our wallets and our purses and things like that, and they didn't find the money. So they said that they were going to perform a physical search, and they were going to take the girls one by one into the bathroom.
Right.
And there was one boy in the class, and they patted him down and looked in his pockets and his shoes and stuff like that, and they didn't have the money. So we figured that's what they were going to do to us. But whenever we went in there, the first girl came out and she said, "They're making you take off your clothes." And none of us really believed it. We were all, no, we're not going to do it.
And there were 13 of you, right?
There were 12 girls and one boy.
12 girls and one boy, right?
And we figured that we would just get patted down like the boy did. But after the first girls came out, the whole class was just crying, and I was crying. I told the Dean of Men, I said, I don't want to do this. I want to call my parents. And everyone wanted to call their parents, but they didn't. They wouldn't let us because they didn't want us to leave the room. They figured maybe we'd transfer the money or something.
Tell me what your experience was like.
Mine was basically just like Tracy's, except I was the person before her to go in. And I went in there and she said, no, we just need to, take off your shorts. And she emptied out my shoes, made sure nothing was in my shoes. And I pulled down my shorts to about my knees, and she said, no, I'm going to need you to take them off all the way. And so I took them off, and she looked into my pockets, and then she said, I need you to raise your shirt up about to your shoulders. And I did that, and she felt around my, my bra and the waist of my panties also. And when the other lady, the witness that was in there with her, made the remark, the Dean of Women made the remark that just act like you're at a swimming pool and we're two cute guys whistling at you. Don't be uncomfortable, and just remarks like that.
Again, that's very inappropriate.
And basically that was all that happened in the bathroom. And then when we walked out, everyone was upset. They wouldn't let us call our parents or anything. Nothing. They said that there was a policeman outside and that it was all legal and everything. And then come to find out that when the police department totally denies even being there. And I saw him when I walked outside.
You saw the policemen, and they denied that they were there.
Yeah.
That makes you feel comfortable about your police department. Yeah. The police department of what city?
Conway.
Conway Police Department. Good. I understand that some of the other students, the teachers, made also some derogatory comments while they were being served. Lewis, welcome to both of you. Kimberly's story made national headlines. I think you know it. She was expelled from school for giving a classmate a Midol tablet. Do you remember that story? Take us back to the beginning and tell us how it started. I must tell you, Midol is an over-the-counter drug, been around since I took them in high school, okay, when friends gave them to me. So I have an interest in your story.
Okay, I went to school one day, and I wasn't feeling very good. Well, when I got to school, I was feeling fine, but later on that day, I didn't feel good. So I got a pass from one of my teachers. I went to the nurse's office, and I told her I wasn't feeling good and why. And she said, well, there's nothing we can do for you, so go back to class and come back after lunch if you feel, bad. So after lunch, 5th period, I was right back there, and I was like, hey, I don't feel good. We need to call somebody. We need to do something. So we called my mom. She was out to lunch, and we called other family members, and nobody was in their office. So I asked her, could I go to the bathroom, which is like in her office. And she had boxes, just regular cardboard boxes filled with over-the-counter drugs like Sudafed, Tylenol, the Midol.
They were out there in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I obtained one, and she says, well, you really need to go back to class since there's nothing I can do. So I went back to the class, and on my way, I ingested one.
Yeah, you're thinking of, I don't feel well, I'm going to take this Midol.
Yeah.
So far, I'm with you, kid. I'd be in the bathroom, there's the Midol. If it's there and it's out and you don't feel well, you take it. It is a legal over-the-counter drug. Okay, go ahead.
My friend was asking me why weren't you in class? And I told her. So we were writing a note back and forth, and we were passing it between one girl who sits in between us.
Right.
And then the teacher, he kept...
Andy is an 8th grade student. He was suspended and signed out of school by his principal. He was caught with a condom. There are people who, in our country, who believe that condoms should be given out to... Now, obviously he didn't get the condom from the school. He got the condom from his mother. Explain, Mom.
Okay. Just as a 13-year-old, kids say things. I walked in, I saw my son with a friend of mine's daughter, and the behavior wasn't exactly normal. Well, yeah, it was normal, but not for a mommy to walk in. And he has not had sex, okay? But we talked, and I told him, I said, look, if you're going to do this, please come to me first. I've got condoms in the restroom. You can have one, you know?
That's what
just
we're
protect
told
yourself.
to do
I'm not
with our
condoning
condoms.
him having sex.
Right.
I want him to save himself for his wife.
Right.
But at least if he does it, I want him to protect the person he's with and to protect himself, because I want my son for the rest of his life.
And what's grade? She's been suspended from school. She wore a Confederate T-shirt, which she has, this is not the one you started with, right?
No.
No, she started with a little one. She's joined by her attorney, Valentin Rodriguez. And Stephanie, what happened? You have this T-shirt, it has a little flag on it. You've worn it how many times to school?
I wore it many times.
Show us the T-shirt.
This is a T-shirt.
Okay. So you
that I
go to
started
school
off
in the
with.
South, I'm going to assume, right?
In Florida, yeah.
And that's the South.
Yeah.
There you go. Gone to school in Florida. And what happened on Monday when you were caught wearing the flag T-shirt again?
The dean caught me, and this was the shirt that I wore, and he said that I was suspended for 2 days.
The way we look at it is the school board feels that most students don't have rights when they go to the school environment, but the cases are clear. There's a case back in 1969 called Tinker that says
The reason. Gabriel, did you like going to kindergarten?
Yes.
Yeah. Is it kind of sad that you can't go anymore?
Yes.
Did you have friends in kindergarten?
Yes.
Kicked out, huh? That's early to be kicked out. Gabriel was in a county school. The school required parents to attend a PTA meeting. Unfortunately, Gabriel's mom, such a nice lady, has diabetes, and she has to have kidney dialysis, which is a very severe thing. A friend of mine has this now. She has to have this dialysis 3 times a week. She was either getting dialysis or too weak to go to the meetings. One of them, she was in the hospital, which is what happens when you have kidney disease, and then she missed another one, and so they expelled Gabriel. Yes. So did you explain that when you're not well, are you a single mom?
Yes, I am.
There's nobody else, right? You're taking care of your son?
Oh, my mom. I have my
How
mother.
old is your mom?
73.
73. This very nice lady who's sitting up there has had to go and take a job at 73 years old carrying a loaded gun. This is kind of an incredible story. Lizzie is 7 years old, are you, Lizzie? Yes. Okay. Lizzie is here along with her mom and dad, Kenneth and Marcia, and they're joined by their attorney, Philip Berg. The story broke about a week ago. She's being sued for $600 by her teacher.
Correct.
Now, her teacher has claimed that she has ruined the teacher's coat. Okay. Did the teacher or anyone else see her ruining the coat?
No, she doesn't even claim that she saw her. She admits on television that she has no empirical evidence of any kind of linker with it, nor did she even know when it happened, even on school property.
The teacher does not know when the coat was hurt, but she claims it was Lizzie, but she did not see her and has no other witness.
Being painted as some villainous teacher, it's the issue of people are supposed to respect other people's property. That's what I teach, respect.
This is his mother, Tracy, and here's the problem. Tony, you're a natural blonde, right?
Yeah.
One day, Tony decided he would like to be a natural redhead, and having seen all those neat commercials for Miss Clairol, Mom checked the handbook and decided it was okay. I must tell you, I have no problem with that. But apparently, where do you live?
Bakersfield, California.
Bakersfield, California has a problem, not with girls changing their hair color. Are there girls in your class who change their hair color?
I think about 3.
3? But with a boy changing his hair color. What happened at school when he went into the class as strawberry blonde?
Well, they dragged him into the office. They kept him there for 4 periods. Called me at work and said, "You have to come get him."
People had a lot of very serious, it still does, but in a number of schools, they had a lot of gang problems caused by dress. Kids were killing each other for white Nikes. Now, it sounds pretty silly, you know, you don't wear white Nikes, but there was a reason for it. It was saving lives.
Right.
They tried using uniforms, and it was incredible. The discipline problems were cut way, way down. To the kids, it sounds ridiculous. I have to wear a uniform. I don't have a right to wear my T-shirt. I don't have a right to wear what I want.